Hello friends, I'm Tim Wildsmith, and in this video we're going to be doing a comparison of 5 different premium NASB 2020 Bibles. Okay, I'm excited about this, a fun comparison video of premium NASB 2020 Bibles. Now, if you're not familiar with NASB 2020, that's just the latest update to the New American Standard Bible. A lot of people have been talking about that for the last year or so. And when a new update or a new translation comes out, it takes publishers some time to kind of catch up and get new Bibles out there, particularly premium Bibles. So a few months ago, there were 0 premium options for the NASB 2020. Now, there are 5 currently on the market, these 5 Bibles, 3 of them from the Lockman Foundation, 1 from Zondervan, and 1 from Schuyler. And there's more on the way. In a few months, there's going to be options from Cambridge, more options from Lockman for sure. There might be more from Zondervan. I'm not sure if Humble Lamb's new NASB Bible is going to be the 2020 or the 95, but there's going to be more on the way. But I was like, man, we've all of a sudden got 5 new premium NASB 2020 Bibles on the market. They're all different designs, different shapes and sizes. So I'm going to do a fun side-by-side comparison video so you can see what the different options are out there. I've really enjoyed reading and doing a little bit of studying from the NASB 2020 this year. I think it's a great translation. It really feels, there's some changes to it versus the 95. There's a lot of people talking about that, but it still feels to me like the New American Standard Bible. It kind of has some of those classic hallmarks of the translation. I think Lockman did a really great job with it. And so I'm excited to kind of show you what you have available. Really great options. And you have, depending on what you're into as far as the Bible size or the layout, there's some great options out there for you to check it out. So we're going to do an overhead video. I've done a full review of all of these Bibles. I've actually done unboxing videos with all of these Bibles. So I'll put all of those links in the description of the video. But I'm going to do an overhead now and give you a quick side-by-side of all of these Bibles so you can see how they stack up. Before we dive in, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. These are your premium Bible options in the New American Standard Bible 2020 edition. Okay, double stack of Bibles. I've got the Lockman Bibles over here. I've got the Zondervan and the Schuyler over here. So let's start with the Lockman Large Print Compact. This is the smallest of these Bibles. Now again, I said this a second ago, all of these Bibles are different when it comes to the typesetting and the layout and the overall size. So I'm going to kind of show you the main features and then we'll do some side-by-sides. So the Lockman Bibles have the raised spine hubs, goatskin covers, really nice red under gold art gilding, 2 ribbons, look really great. This Bible in particular, the large print compact, is going to be a single column text. It does not have cross references. It's got a limited amount of the translator footnotes down at the bottom of the page. Pretty simple and clean. It does come with book introductions and maps at the back of the Bible, but the big thing that you're going to be focused on here is 9-point typeface, single column. And it's small. It's only 5 inches by 7¼ inches. So it's a small personal size Bible, very, very much like the personal size Quintel, but single column, 9-point typeface. Okay, so that's the large print compact. Then you get into a couple of more mid-size Bibles. Over here you have Zondervan's Thinline Bible. So this one is, the size of this is going to be a little bit bigger, 5 3/8 inches tall, 8½ inches, 5 3/8 inches wide, 8½ inches tall. It's got raised spine hubs, that brown pebbly goatskin on there. It on the inside is a Thinline Bible, so it's a 2-column Bible. It does have red accents on the page, so you're getting a secondary color. It has that limited amount of notes on the bottom as well without cross references. So these 2 Bibles have kind of the same study tools as far as don't have cross references, have some of the footnotes, but not the entire set of the translator notes. But this one has the 2-column feel, slightly bigger, slightly thinner, and then at the back of the Bible, it goes straight to the end of Book of Revelation. You get a few of these like little indexes, promises of God, things like that, but you don't get maps, you don't get a concordance and stuff like that. It does have, this one came with the goffered page edges, which I really like. It has a few embellishments like the gold gilt line around the inside. I guess this one had the gold gilt line too. But slightly bigger, slightly thinner. So these 2 compared to one another, there you see. The Thinline is a bigger Bible all the way around, but it's thinner than the large print compact. Looks really great. This one comes with 3 multicolored ribbons. I like this Bible a lot. I think it feels good in hand. Oh, I didn't talk about the paper. So the large print compact and the large print ultra thin, the big boy from Lockman, are on 31 GSM paper. The The 33 GSM paper is in this new one that they came out with, the most recent one, the Reference Bible. So 31 versus 33. This one is the thickest paper. It has 36 GSM paper, which is pretty much what all of the Zondervan and Thomas Nelson Premier Collection Bibles come with. And then the Schuyler has 28 GSM paper. So the little guy was a 9-point typeface. This is a 9-point typeface as well. We're going to go slightly bigger for the Reference Bible. So this is a little bit bigger. Same look and feel of this one. Goat skin, 2 ribbons. You can see the size of this one starting to get a little bit bigger. So this one is 5.5 by 8.25, and we bump up to a 9.5-point typeface. This has cross references at the bottom. It does not have the full set of the NASB translator notes, but it does have the translator notes in there, the abbreviated set, but now we're adding in cross references, and this one is going to be a 2-column text block, kind of like the Thinline, but you get all those references at the bottom of the page. So you bump this up to being a reference Bible. Looks really great. You also get the concordance at the back of the Bible, the maps and sort of things like that, in more of a mid-size. So when you compare these two, you get about the same footprint as far as the overall size goes, but the Reference Bible is going to be a little bit thicker. It's got a bigger typeface. It has more content in the Bible than the Thinline. So if you wanted to have some the cross references and things like that, this is going to be the smallest version you can get that has cross references, because these two smaller ones do not have them. It's going to have a similar layout to the Thinline, but then you add in the references at the bottom of the page. Okay, then we go to the 2 big ones. I'm going to set these 3 smaller ones aside. The 2 big ones are going to be your options for full-on reference Bibles that have all of the NASB translator notes. When you start with the Schuyler Caxton, so the premium Schuyler construction, this is the only one of these Bibles that's printed and bound by Royal Youngblood in the Netherlands. Really lovely goatskin, beautiful binding. I mean, all of them are going to be edge-lined, sewn bindings, that sort of things, but this is next level for sure. It's going to be a 6.1 by 9.1 text block, so it's not quite as big as this one, but it's pretty big, and it's a thick Bible. It's, again, like I said, 28 GSM paper. The big standout for this is that it's a single column reference Bible. So you get a single column verse by verse reference Bible with the translation footnotes on the outside on this bottom little section, and the cross references on the inside. There's that thin line there. So you get cross references on the inside of the page, translator footnotes on the outside of the page. Single column, verse by verse. Now we've bumped up to a 10-point font. So the first two were 9-point font, then a 9.5 on the Reference Bible from Lockman. Now a 10-point font in the Schuyler Stridon. Does come with a concordance, does come with Schuyler's beautiful Bible maps. So like full on everything you can think of for a reference Bible, but it's single column verse by verse. Okay, versus the large print ultra thin from Lockman looks very similar to the other two, but it is going to be an 11-point typeface, and it's a more, what I would think of as a traditional center column reference Bible. So it's a 2-column text with the cross references in the center column and those extended full set of translator footnotes at the bottom of the page. I really like this. This is an updated design from 2K Denmark. It looks really nice. It's verse by verse in the books of poetry, but then when you get into normal sections of narrative text, it's going to be a paragraph format, big, bold verse numbers. You can see when you have all these cross-references in the page, it really fills up the page, and when you go to places that don't have as many cross-references, there's going to be some negative space there. So this is going to have all of the same features that the Schuyler Caxton has in terms of the reference material, the maps, the concordance, all of those sorts of things, but it's going to be 2-column Bible with center column cross references versus a single column Bible verse by verse with references and everything at the bottom of the page. So these two are like the full-on reference Bibles. So again, Schuyler, or let's go here, biggest typeface to smallest. You have over here is the 11-point typeface on the large print ultra thin from Lockman Foundation. Then you get the 10-point typeface from Schuyler's Stridon, totally different reference Bible style. Still a reference Bible, but a little bit smaller, mid-size. You get a 9.5-point font on the Lockman reference Bible, 2-column. Same references like this one at the bottom of the page, but it doesn't have the full set of translator notes. But this is a lot of Bible for what you're getting there. Then you go to the 2 9-point typefaces, which will be your Zondervan Thinline Bible right there, and then your Lockman large print, single column, the personal size there. So if I can kind of squeeze all this up a little bit, I'll put the three big ones kind of towards the top of the screen. This is an adventure. Put these two bottom ones here where you can just, let me push these a little bit further. I'm sorry you're not getting to see the whole thing here. There you go. So you have two single column options, which would be the Stridon and the large print personal size from Lockman. You have three two-column Bibles. The only one that's going to be center column references is the large print ultra thin. These two have a lot of similarities as far as overall size. This is the NASB reference Bible from Lockman and the Thinline Bible from Zondervan, but this one actually has the cross references and this one doesn't, so it's a little bit thicker, but very, very similar. And then it's kind of like I said, the binding style. You know, they're all goatskin Bibles. They're all premium construction. Schuyler, like I said, is printed at Royal Youngblood in the Netherlands, while everything else is going to be done in Asia. I think these Bibles were made in Korea, and Zondervan does theirs in China. But I mean, really, really great Bibles overall that look and feel great. Let me show you these real quick from the side. So there you have those three, the smaller ones. So you can see that the Thinline is much thinner than the other two. But it has thicker paper, which is kind of cool. I don't know how they did that. And then you have these two where the large print ultra thin is a bigger footprint slightly all the way around, but it's much thinner than the Stridon. So that's definitely just the layout difference and the overall size. 5 different Bibles, all premium NASB 2020. A few distinct features, some similarities, but overall, you have 5 different layouts on the inside, five different options for how you want to read and study from this translation. So there you have it, 5 great editions of the NASB 2020. These are really cool Bibles, and again, they're all different, right? So if you had to pick one, if you could only pick one of these Bibles to be your main NASB 2020 Bible, which one would you choose and why? I want you to leave a comment and let me know which one of these Bibles you like the best and why. If you already own one of these Bibles, feel free to leave a comment and let us know what you love about it. And if you have any questions about these Bibles, drop those in the comments as well, and I will get back to you with an answer. Again, I've done a full review of all of these Bibles. I've done unboxing videos with all of these Bibles, so I'll put the links to all of those videos in the description of this video so you can keep searching and find more information on these and do a deep dive if you'd like to check them out a little bit closer. I'll also put some links to Bible Review Blog on Instagram and Facebook. We've got a great community out there on social media, and I would love for you to join us there on Instagram and Facebook. And once again, before you go, hit that like button for me, subscribe to the channel, surf around on my channel and find some other videos, some of these videos or others. My goal is to help you find a Bible that's right for you, and it's really having a lot of fun here on this channel doing just that. So thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time.